Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is now Wednesday morning. Decided to spend a little extra time up here in Walla with the kiddo. She kind of had a rough engagement with the future esposo. I was pretty upset, so I figured I would just stay up there with her for the rest of her day off and leave when she was leaving for work this morning. So here I am sitting at Hot Mama's Espresso, heading out of town. It is like my favorite coffee place in Walla. They have espresso milkshakes. Yum! And you can get stuff put in them. I usually add Oreo into mine, but you can do they have circus cookies that you can add in. And some other, I don't even know what else, but I always do Oreo because Oreo or chocolate and coffee, excellent combination. But I swear it feels like, I've been sitting in this line for a year. They're moving really slow this morning. I'm like, daddy. So I'm debating too if I want to get something to eat because I haven't eaten breakfast, but I'm about to drink something pretty solid. So do I need to eat as well? I mean, need to eat, yes, but I'm thinking it's 11 o'clock. It'll be lunchtime by the time I get home. I'll probably just eat lunch when I get home if I'm hungry, because I'm not really hungry right now. Good morning, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm going to do a 24-ounce espresso milkshake with Oreos.
Okay, anything else?
Nope.
708 for you. You didn't want the 3 shots in it?
Yes.
All right. Here's that for you. I'll get that right out.
Thank you. So, I don't know if you were able to see a sign. There's a sign hanging on the side of this building. This is another reason why I support these guys. The drink is called Shadow. It's white chocolate, brown sugar, cinnamon latte. And all proceeds from the drink go to Nux for Life, a nonprofit foundation dedicated to Marine Soldier Sniper Corporal Claudio Nene Patino. Claudio gave his life in the service of the United States and the United States Marine Corps. Nux for Life mission is to give back to those who have lost a loved one or sacrificed their blood, sweat, and tears for their great nation. So apparently this was his favorite drink, this white chocolate, brown sugar, cinnamon latte. And so they have dedicated all proceeds from that specific drink into that foundation. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't order it simply because I don't like white chocolate. And I feel I don't know, I feel like it would be disrespectful to alter the drink in any way to make it so that I would like it. Switching it to regular chocolate or but I love it. And he's a local, born and raised here. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to look up the history or whatever on this particular coffee place, because they're very military supportive. They've got a bunch of stickers on the windows about, always come home, support our troops, bring our troops home. Which, if it weren't for the fact that for, the special drink as well, I would almost take the stickers as like anti-war stickers. But I think it's more about support our troop stickers, and it makes me wonder if the owner is a military mom or military wife. Well, they even have gluten-free cookies. They have a Neapolitan pistachio white chocolate chip, again, white chocolate, bleh, and Nutella chocolate chip.
There you are.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
You as well. See if I can pass this in front of the camera. Oh, we got Nummy. Nummy, nummy, nummy. Yum. I stop here every time I come to Walla on my way out of town. It's like it's my go-to. Oh, now for this long, boring drive home. I wish I could turn music on while I was driving home, but, got that whole YouTube-y, copyrighty thing causes bleh. Do these crazy triple nipple roundabouts. Wee. Go around this one. Round, around, and then freeway entrance. Wee. Makes me wonder what those people were on when they designed that whole thing. What was they thinking? I think people have thought, think that because the new part of the highway is 70, that so is this. And it's like, no, they did not raise the speed limit on this part of the highway. I don't know why they don't. I mean, it's 2 lanes here, it's 2 lanes on the new highway. It's not like, this is a smaller. It's not like it drops back into a 2-lane or anything. Maybe it's because of things like this where there's an intersection where you can go straight across all 4 lanes of the highway. But in all honesty, I mean, cream somebody doing 60, you're gonna do just as much damage as at 7. You know, you're gonna do just as much damage at 60 as you would at 70 if, you know, somebody pulled out in front of you going across one of those. So what's the you know, I don't know. I don't see that would be the deciding, because that's not like you're going, you know, it's not like it used to be 30 and now it's 70. Let's see, do I move back over? I was trying to visualize and determine whether or not I was catching up to the semi or not. Trying to pace him and see if we were going the same speed. Looks like we are. Whoop. Drive by Braille. Going slightly faster than he is, but that's okay. So funny being with my daughter and watching her build journals. I just seen how different her process is from mine. You know, like I put my signatures together. I kind of bulk them up, you know, add pockets and stuff to them. And I use that to determine how wide my spine needs to be based on how bulky the signatures are. Whereas she makes the journal first and then adjusts her signatures to fit within the confines of the spine. Like, it's kind of funny. Which, you know, given my recent reality of, you know, the struggles I was having with these journals, you know, getting started, I can see where it kind of shoots me in the foot doing it the way I do it, because then without the papers I couldn't get started. You know, I couldn't even wrap my brain at all around anything. But at the same time, I mean, my journals are pretty standard. I do my, you know, do the covers 6 1/4 by 9. I do them 6 if I'm not going to put lace on the edges, 6 1/4 if I am. And their internal spine is 2 3/4 and the outer spine is 3 inches. And that's pretty standard for me. I like, you know, I make big, chunky, you know, massive journals. I mean, so there's really no reason other than not having an idea in my head why I couldn't make the journal first, since, like I said, I do it, you know, it's pretty standard and consistent for me. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to challenge myself with the next rounds of journals to do things in different orders, just so that I don't pigeonhole myself again like I did this last time. Well, we can challenge it, see if my ADD brain will allow me to do things differently. A lay-in cable. Interesting. it's like, there's nobody that lives out here. What are they laying cable for? I'm sure somehow or another this will all become houses at some point. See, I didn't even notice when the speed limit increased. I think it's such a natural transition from the old highway to the new highway that I don't even realize when it happens. Difference between this and where I was, though. You know, it's 2 lanes each direction. There's a big island between the two. You know, the only difference is that this has like exits, whereas back there it's got the cross. You know, the cross intersections. It was really nice to be able to see the girls, be able to see Lauren and Mina off to their very, very first days of kindergarten. And because Emma had soccer in the afternoon, I was there when they got out of school. You know, I got to see them after school too, and talk to them about their first days, and you know, so that was fun. You know, getting to watch Emma at soccer practice, and I let her know, that I'm gonna have to have my daughter send me a picture. I forgot to take a picture of the calendar, but I told her that, work on, I'll put them on my calendar so that I know when her games and her practices are, and hopefully we can coordinate something to get some visits going again. She's almost 9, so she's, understands, and she was like, asking why she hasn't gotten to come and, have sleepovers at our house in a long time, and I'm like, well, it's just been difficult to coordinate all the schedules, and she's like, well, what do you mean? I said, well, we have your mom's schedule, we have Sam's schedule, we have your dad's work schedule, plus we have the school schedule and the soccer schedule that we all have to, it all has to work together. We've got to find a time where it's not your dad's weekend, because I don't want to take that time away from him. It's not your dad's weekend, but it's a weekend that you also don't have any, you don't have any birthday parties or anything planned, and that, there's not a work issue. And I go, it's just challenging. We just gotta, really look at it and, figure it out. Because, yeah, it's been a really, really long time since Emma has come to stay. Because during the summer, they split, and so it's like 6 weeks with dad, 6 weeks with mom, something, 6 weeks or whatever, close to that. And Emma spent some time with her other grandparents this summer. I think she was there for a couple weeks. So yeah, it's just a coordination thing. And like I said, she's almost 9. She kind of gets the basic concept of it. I just don't think she understands at her age, like, just how complicated it really is to try to, coordinate all of those schedules. video that's gonna go public. So and I got a lot of stuff on my mind, but nothing I'm gonna put on tape. Did some shopping while I was up here. Went to some secondhand stores. Like, I'm not supposed to be buying new supplies, but these are so cute. Okay, I might new supplies. This is supposed to be my use it year, not my buy it year. Whoa, oh, fudge nuggets. That bump was huge. Whew, that hurt my back. I was not ready for that. I didn't brace myself. And we're dropping down to 60. See, and why? Why are we dropping? What's the only difference? Well, this one is a 3-lane now, but is we're dropping back onto the old highway. Why? Well, we're still 2 lanes on this. Oh no, we're not. We're in a passing lane on this one. Never mind. Let's say we're still 2 lanes on this side. I guess I can see dropping to 60 on this part, but up there where it's still 2 lanes at each side, I don't get. At the other end of this. So I bought some napkins and what all's back there? Some awesome cleaner because my dollar store doesn't carry it. Best damn cleaner in the world. Love it. Parchment paper for the house. I mean, technically that wasn't a craft supply, but so there's that. Smart binder clips. That's for my craft room. Which I guess that's okay because that's not a consumable. Or it. It's a supply, like, you know, the glue and stuff. Some jute string for tag tops. Trying to do this from memory, dang. Volkswagen Club. We used to do campouts in there. We'd go down to Milton Freewater to the drive-in as a club, and then all in caravan all back here and camp for the rest of the weekend. I miss the activities we used to do as a club. It was fun. A hell of a drive leaving that drive-through, though. Drive back in the middle of the night. It's a drive-through. It doesn't get dark here until 10:30 at night. So we'd be leaving the drive-through, and a double feature every showing. So we'd be leaving the drive-through at 2:30 in the morning, caravanning a bunch of Volkswagens in a line all the way back through and back roads and trying to, kind of crazy. But I miss that. We used to do a bunch of weekend excursions like that, and just we'd find a big campground, we'd all pay for our own spots, but then gather together and chit chat over breakfast, and it was a good camaraderie, but that was a big ass bug. What was that one? Jesus. We're on the kind of bugs I'm hitting right now, they're huge. I'm empty. But that's that connectiveness, that I talk about in my channel description. As we as human beings have a strong desire to be connected to other human beings. Even introverts, in a way, still require and desire that human connection, that bond. Usually just with less people. So the more we isolate ourselves, the more people get more and more depressed, and some people actually start disconnecting from reality, or they find an alternate reality on social media. We need to connect with other people. What am I gonna do when I get home today? Lay down and take a nap. Yeah, unfortunately, yesterday, Sam and I were going to go secondhand shopping and hit all the stores and, da-da-da-da-da, and, go to the park, and I was going to film at the aviary. Had all these grand plans yesterday, and woke up in the morning and saw the kids off to school, went back to the house and was going to do some cross-stitching, realized my tablet was dead, plugged it into the wall, and I was laying there talking to her while she was, working on journals, and I was waiting for my tablet to charge, and 4.5 hours later, I was waking up from a nap, and it was already almost 2 o'clock. I was like, oh crap. So we had a couple stores, and then we had to get to the soccer game, and then But unfortunately, the really nice, the true like secondhand like Goodwill type stores were closed on Tuesday. They were closed on Monday, which I get was a holiday. And they were closed on Tuesday as well. And I'm like, what the heck, man? Why are you closed on Tuesday? Both stores. It was really frustrating. Like, I wanted to go secondhand shopping. Saw a lot of really neat stuff. There's a place called the Country Store, and it's like an indoor flea market, I guess is the best way. Like you rent a booth inside, and so as you go through the building, each booth is owned by a different, it's a different individual. But I don't know how. I mean, I can't imagine. I didn't notice like the price tags or anything. I didn't think about like how do they make sure the money goes to the right people? At the because they don't be like, okay, well this is this much, and this pile is this much. They just ring it all up as one. So there's got to be some internal system that they have that keeps track of, these 3 items, the money goes to this merchant, and this money goes to that merchant, etc., etc. I do know that every time Sam brought something up to the counter, because they don't have cards or anything. Every time Sam would bring something up to add to her box, she would write something on a yellow legal pad. So I don't know. Gotta have some sort of tracking system. The ladies tried to show me some junk journals. She said one of the vendors had junk journals in her booth, but when we got up there were none in there. She goes, I don't know if she took them out or if they sold. She goes, but the junk journals don't sell well at their store because people just don't get them. They don't understand what they are, how to use them. And like all handicrafts, people all don't understand the pricing. They're like, well, it's just this. Why is it so expensive? And so people have a hard time justifying the cost. And and I think that's across the board. That's always that way with handmade items. People expect you to be able to crochet them a full-on queen-size Afghan for $25 because that's what they could buy one at Walmart for. And I'm like, you can't even buy the yarn for $25. There's no way I'm selling you a queen-size Afghan for $25. If you want to spend that little, then go to Walmart and buy the one that was made by a machine, because you're not getting one made by hand for that little. But yeah, it seems that junk journals kind of are falling into that same mindset for buyers that they're way overpriced for what they for quote unquote what they are, and it's like still a lot of supplies, a lot of time, that goes into all of that. So it's like, I think that's one of the biggest frustrations about being, a handcrafter, is that that mindset of the buyer that things are overpriced and are not worth what you're asking because, you know, they could buy it cheaper somewhere else. Okay. But I don't know. Had a really good, we went out to dinner last night. We went to Mongolian Grill, and Sam and I were at our table and we were talking about, you know, the journals, and Sam was talking about her all, you know, we're doing a bunch of workbooks, like self-care workbooks, recovery workbooks, etc., etc. And what was she talking about? She was doing something. I don't remember exactly the order that things happened, but the lady was washing the tables that had just cleared out, and she just goes, "Oh my gosh, we did that at treatment." And I was like, yeah, you know, because it was, you know, it was something that I've done with client, and I can't remember what it was. What we're talking, maybe it was the autobiography / timeline, maybe. I don't remember. Anyway, and so I asked, you know, how much time you got under you, and she's like, today is 130 days. And I'm like, well, congratulations. And then, so where did you, we talked about where she went, what facility, and her experiences in treatment stuff. And she was like, she goes, so how long have you been in recovery? And I said, well, I said, I'm not. I said, I'm a drug and alcohol counselor. And she's like, oh, that's cool. And then Sam goes, well, and, you know, Sam's like, well, I'm currently working my way through being a DV survivor. So finding my way into recovery from that. And she was like, oh, that is so cool, and da-da-da-da-da. Well, after she kind of left and was out of earshot, you know, I told Sam, I said, would be really cool to just randomly make her a recovery journal, you know, and bring it into her, and just as a, you know, another way to say, hey, I acknowledge your hard work. And as we're checking out, she was talking about that she started journaling while she was in treatment, and she has a friend that regularly replenishes her journals, and like, well, you know, every month or two now has like brought her a new journal to write in. And it was like, oh my gosh, that is so funny, because that's what we do. And, you know, so I was telling her about the journals that I made for my clients, and stuff like that. And she was like asking questions, and I'm like, well, you know, here, just, you know, go check it out. I said, here's my YouTube channel. I said, there's all kinds of different things on my channel to watch. I said, it's no drama. It's just, you know, a bunch of random stuff. I said, but if you don't want to watch all the other stuff, just go into the playlist, and my junk journaling, it has its own playlist. So you just go in and look at, you know, the journals that I've made and how I do things. And she's like, awesome. And then I gave her my name and my phone number, you know, so that way if she's interested in having a specific one, she can give me a call. But yeah, it was like, it was really cool. You know, and Sam's like, that made me feel a lot better. She was still very, very, very upset and angry when we went to dinner. Which we ate really late because, you know, she's like, I can't eat when I feel like this, which I get, you know, when I'm upset like that, you know, she makes me vomit when I try to eat. So we kind of sat at the house for a little bit, trying to chill, and she calmed down a little bit, but you know, was still pretty angry. And I was like, girl, I'm getting hungry. We gotta figure it out. Either I'm gonna go grab something out of the freezer and I'm gonna pop in the microwave, or we're gonna go to dinner. But I need to eat something. And so, even though she wasn't super like, yeah, gung ho about going out, she, you know, we went out and she was glad we did, because that made her feel a lot better. In that respect, she's a lot like me, even though she's fairly introverted, in the respect that, you know, she'd rather be by herself than, you know, or, you know, by herself or with a small group of people. But at the same time, she gets energized by other people. That's how, you know. I'm doing 65 in a 60, and this semi is just like cruising right along. Bless me. I always sneeze through here. There's something in this area right here that I'm allergic to, and I forgot to turn my recirc on, so it's like sucking in through my fans. Bad me. It's throwing me off that the paper mill is down for maintenance or whatever's going on, because normally I would have had my recirc on already to avoid having the nasty paper mill smell coming in. But, you know, now that I don't have to deal with them, I forget to turn it on. It's the first time I've had one of those espresso milkshakes since I crossed over into diabetes. I'm like, whew, that was a lot of sugar. My vision's a little wonky. My eyes twitching. One day next week where I'm gonna have to get up early and go over to Christina's to see the girls off to school, because she said early labs or something for work. On the bus and then head back home. Check back in with Christina too. We were supposed to go to a rabbit show this weekend. secretary was like, they were talking about canceling the show because they had really low numbers. You have to justify the cost of hiring judges and paying for a venue and all that. And if you don't have enough entries to offset costs, then it doesn't make sense to do a show. And then Christina also was struggling to justify the cost of entering because there wasn't going to be very many Polish breeders. There's no, so there's no competition, which I also get. But then she never really came back and confirmed with me yes or no whether or not we're going. So I have to touch bases with her and be like, so what was the decision? Struggling a little bit right now because my feet are freezing, like painfully freezing. Which has been the case for a while. But I'm hot and I want to turn the air conditioner on, but my feet are already cold. Motorcycles because they're small and we need to be respectful of them. Remember that. He just came across 3 lanes of travel with not a single blinker on and no hesitation in between lanes, nothing, just near. But yeah, it's not their fault there's so many accidents with motorcycles. was at a meeting last night, so he didn't get home until way after lights out for them, like 11, probably 11:30 at night. If you didn't, I'll have enough greens for today. But I won't have any greens for tomorrow, and I don't want to go into town tomorrow and then go into town again on Friday. Big old truck got up on my booty. Just happened to look up and I'm like, holy crap. He's gonna haul ass past me. Even though, mind you, I'm already doing 5 over. Off to the left, this is what was right in my bumper. I'm doing 5 over already. So he's probably doing 10 over with that heavy ass trailer hauling behind that big ass truck. Nice. Gonna do some serious damage if you rear end someone. Do a Walmart pickup order and just have the hubs pick it up tomorrow on his way home from groceries anyway. Grocery shopping is hard for me because, especially by myself, it's just so physically taxing. Grocery shopping, all the constant, the bending and the stretching and the twisting and the lifting and all the walking for, one end of the store to the other and then standing in line and getting home, unloading it by myself, putting it away by myself. But by the time I'm done grocery shopping, I'm exhausted and I hurt. So I don't do it. It's one of the things that I don't understand why he doesn't understand. Like, he expects me to still be able to do stuff like that. And it's like, it's, and same, we get into arguments every weekend because, he's off work and he wants to go wander around town. And I'm like, I don't get how you still don't understand that is not something I am capable of doing without consequence. So I can't do things 2 days in a row. If I go out on Saturday and wander around, Sunday I am not able to move. So don't ask me to go out on Sunday if literally Fair Week happened, and then I got home on Saturday, and we got into an argument on Sunday because he wanted to go grocery shopping. And I'm like, dude, excuse me. I need to rest. Same with this. I went Thursday. Thursday I was at the fairgrounds with Christina, and then it was home on, we brought Nina home. Had her on Friday, which is high energy. Saturday we were back at the fair for the rodeo. And then Sunday he's like wanting to go run around everywhere and go window shopping and go food shopping and go, buy food for the, and then go here and go there. And I'm like, I am tired. I need to sit down and I need to rest. And I think Tuesday was the consequence of that. Because I was up all night Sunday because I was irritated and my legs were angry and my feet kept, I kept getting electrical pulses into my feet. I'd start to fall asleep and it'd get zapped and it'd wake me up. So I just kind of went back out into the living room and sat out there and, did my own thing. So I didn't sleep all Monday, or, Sunday night, all through Monday. And, and it was, even though I was tired, I couldn't sleep. Monday night, I don't even think I went to sleep until like 2-something, Tuesday morning. So I'd been up, damn near 48 hours at that point. Tuesday saw the kids off to school and my body just crashed. And, it was like, had I been able to sleep on Sunday and recuperate a little bit from Thursday and Saturday, I probably would have not crashed quite as hard as I did on Tuesday. But I'm in the same boat. It's been, go, 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 go. Well, it's pretty much been go, go, go for almost 3 weeks. Physically tired. I'm emotionally tired. I'm glad I'm almost home. I feel like I'm crashing already. My eyelids are feeling very heavy. I don't even think I'm going to bother eating lunch. I think I'm just going to go in and set an alarm to wake myself up at 4 so that I can get up and start figuring out dinner and just go lay down, get some sleep, some rest. Boy, road work ahead. Looks like they're finally finishing paving. Holy shit. hopefully that means that maybe we'll start having some other internet possibilities out here. It's like these guys are, at least. As right now, all we have out here is digital. Through satellite and stuff. And because it's so hilly, none of it works well. We have Pocket iNet, we have HughesNet, and then Desert Wind. I think it's Desert Wind Internet or something like that. But it's all satellite service. Enough of McCain Foods. What is that all about, I wonder? So it would be nice to have some other internet options out here. Processing plants out here. We do have, and you've seen it in some of my other drives where, further up the road up here, there's potatoes and corn and stuff to be harvested. I wonder if that's what that was about. Boy, Allison, you and your deliveries. Look at all of our Chewy boxes. I always give her a hard time and say, she could be a spokesperson for them or sales rep or all on Advent. Doggies coming out to breed. There's two of them. There's Miss Lily. Lizard. There's Roro. Where's Lily? Anyway, I am home. Thanks for hanging out with me on the drive. Get to do all those YouTube-y things, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks. Bye.